Hello, ladies and gentlemen, crypto deep divers. Welcome back to Weekly Crypto. Today, I'm going to talk about the coronavirus. Of course, Bitcoin is pumping like crazy. I'm not that surprised because of the next halving coming up. And before we get into that, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop or token swap. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and library.tv. Library.tv, you can earn the library token. And just by joining library.tv and just by watching videos, if you're interested, you can click the link below. So let's talk about Bitcoin quickly. So Bitcoin has been pumping like crazy. I'm not that surprised. Of course, the next halving coming up in May 12, 2020, less than 4 months. So based on the last two halving, and they usually a few months before the actual halving date, they're going to pump the price. Then after the halving, they're going to dump the price. Basically, buy the rumor, sell the news. So I'm not that surprised. And in terms of the S&P, there's not much correction, even with the epidemics of the coronavirus in all over the place right now. It's spreading like more than how many countries. So, and still not much correction. I'm not surprised. I mean, are we living in a dream or anything? I'm not saying that we want to be collapsed, but this just doesn't make sense. It looks like people are very complacency. And what's going on right now, people probably focus on some other things, not on the stock market or on anything. I don't know. And China will be the outbreak will be a black swan event potentially. And right now, all the economic activities is shut down in China. Most of the economic activities, mainly in some of the big city, right? There's no manufacture. Maybe the only thing they're manufacturing is protective gear. Those masks, those protective gear for the medical professionals. And other than that, there's not much. All the cities shut down. There's no transit. There's nothing. So that will affect the GDP, and that will potentially affect the global economy. I think we're still very complacency right now. And in terms of the Asian market, of course, the Hang Seng Index already dropped substantially. I anticipate this will drop even further because of the crisis in China. And of course, right now it's already spreading to like tons of countries. I will talk about this later. So right now already spread to like tons of countries. In Thailand, you have 14 cases, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, Malaysia, Macau, Japan, Australia already have 7 cases, and United States 5 cases, UAE 4, South Korea, Germany, France, Vietnam, Canada, Sri Lanka, Nepal, Cambodia. Almost like more than 14 countries. And this is crazy. And in terms of let's see, in terms of this one, I mean, this is not even accurate, seriously. I mean, maybe this number times 10, maybe 60,000 already confirmed case. Maybe the death toll is, I don't know, maybe 10,000. I don't want to scare people, but it may be. We don't know. And because of the censorship in China, you don't know what is true anymore, right? And another interesting thing people talking about right now is the coronavirus may be leaked from the biohazard lab, level 4 lab in China. And they are talking about this coronavirus. It's basically a biological weapon P4. And I'm not sure if this is a rumor, but they have a very state-of-the-art bio safety level 4 lab in Wuhan. And in the lab, you can research some of the deadly virus, for example, Ebola, H1N1 influenza virus that caused a pandemic that ended World War I. That is the Spanish flu back in 1919. So I'm suspecting the personnel who work inside the lab, they expose the virus, they don't realizing it, and they go to the community and spreading to the community. That's just my guess, okay? I'm not an expert or anything, but maybe because of this. Because don't forget, in the Lancet, the article that they published of the 41 Wuhan patient that has coronavirus, only 27 of them go to the seafood market. How about the rest of them? So where's the source of infection? So not only from the seafood market, there must be somewhere else they got this virus, right? So only 27 of them have been exposed to the seafood market. So the rest of them, they get it from somewhere. So we don't know. So there's a highly suspicious that the virus may be leaking out from the lab without realizing it. Because remember right now when people, they can be contagious during this period, even though they don't develop symptoms, right? Right now they're spreading to other people because they didn't know they are sick. They're coughing. They thought they just have a dry cough or whatever. Or even though this doesn't show any symptoms, they can spread to other people. That is very dangerous. And this is very different from SARS. SARS, you show symptoms, and then you got quarantine, right? So you know that right away, you got quarantine. And then right now, you don't show any symptoms, and then you already infected other people without realizing it. This is very dangerous. And another interesting thing is the FBI arrested a Harvard scientist. And that is linked, I think he is employed by the Wuhan University of Technology. And he's under the program of 1,000 talent high-level front expert. So that is pretty... So basically, he's an expert focused on nanoscience. And so this guy is a Charles Lieber. He's the chair of the Harvard University of Department of Chemistry and Chemical Biology, has been arrested and criminally charged with making false fictitious fraudulent statement to the U.S. Defense Department about his ties to a Chinese government program to recruit foreign scientists and researchers. And basically, so let's see. So basically, he is a nanoscientist and established a research lab in Wuhan University. And another thing he got between 2012 and 2017, he basically paid up to $50,000 a month, in addition to $150,000 per year for living and personal expenses. And also, he awarded more than $1.5 million by the Wuhan University of Technology and the Chinese government to establish a research lab and conduct research at Wuhan University of Technology in their campus. And during the same period, he also received funding from U.S. He also a principal investigator at least 6 U.S. Defense Department research grant, which worth about $8 million. He also a principal investigator in get funding by the NIH, which worth about $10 million. This is obviously a significant foreign financial conflict of interest. I mean, those are taxpayers' money, right? Those are NIH, Department of Defense. And this is pretty... So I don't know if this is linked to this because they helped them to establish the lab in Wuhan and all that. I mean, this is crazy. And let me know what you think about this. Do you think this is linked to the Wuhan lab? And do you think the coronavirus is leaking out from the level 4 biosafety lab in Wuhan? And this is maybe man-made instead of coming from nature? We don't know. Let me know what you think. Please comment below. I would love to hear from you. So this guy, he's the leading expert. Zhang, he's a leading infectious disease expert at the Fudan University, affiliated with the Hushan Hospital in Shanghai. I think he did a postdoc at Harvard. He basically talked about, according to the current research, the Wuhan coronavirus is at least twice as virulent as E. coli, and nearly as virulent as HIV. This is pretty alarming. This means it can spread more easily than E. coli, I guess. I don't know. Oh, God. And he disagreed with some of the scientists about the pessimistic outlook about the coronavirus epidemic. And because early this week, Gabriel Leung, he is the Hong Kong University Faculty of Medicine, estimate there will be over 25,000 with symptomatic patients in Wuhan, and this number could double in less than a week based on a mathematical model. And I'm not surprised. Hey, come on, don't forget, like before the lockdown of Wuhan, they have a population of 11 million. 5 million people already left Wuhan. So, so those 5 million people can be potential carrier and spreading all over the country and as well as spreading all over the world. So how many cases in all over the world right now? There's like so many cases. They spread more than 14 countries. So if you say, so we don't know how many of them is potentially a carrier, like 5 million of them. Maybe you cut by half, 2.5 million. And based on the epidemiology model from University of Florida, one person can spread to four people, right? And that model, I think, is based on just air traffic travel. So if you say 1-to-4 ratio, right? So 2.5 times 4 is 10 million. So you have basically probably 10 million people like Zambia, like traveling across the country, across the world, spreading all this virus without knowing it. I'm not an expert. I'm just doing the math. Okay, maybe I could be wrong as well. And another thing is like we haven't taken into consideration of the exponential factor, right? If you do one transmitted to four is four, right? And then four transmitted to another four people is 16, and 16 times another four is 64. This is like exponential growth. So we haven't taken into that exponential growth factor yet. Those virus grow exponentially. Those are their nature. Just like crypto. Crypto is exponential growth as well. So and he disagreed with them because you have to take into consideration because of the lockdown, because of the other measures. But I disagree with them because the lockdown is ineffective because almost half of the population already left and then spreading all this virus like wildfires in different parts of the country in China, as well as they spread it to Asia and also go to North America, go to Australia as well. So I don't trust the mainstream media seriously. I mean they just want to make you feel safe and all that, but in fact you may not. I don't want to create unnecessary fear. I'm just doing a basic math. That's all. 2.5 million may be contagious, and then anyway. Maybe less than 10 million. Okay, you can cut by half. You can say 5 million. Still a lot of people, right? And he also talked about there will be three outcome scenario. Of course, number one, everybody wants it. Win. There will be no patients still requiring treatment after 2 to 4 weeks and controlling the epidemic within 2 to 3 months. And of course, it's the most optimistic situation. And the scenario number two is the hope. That means they partially control the epidemic with cases continuing to climb, but at a mild rate, and the anti-epidemic measures may last 6 months to 1 year, as was the case with SARS. And the failure, basically, this means the new virus would evolve to becoming a recurring seasonal disease. Oh, that's not good. I don't want to be a seasonal disease with all this coronavirus. And such an outcome would be very dangerous. Of course, it's very dangerous. I mean, seriously. And of course, they're doing some HIV antiviral medication on those Wuhan patients. And right now, they don't have a like double blind, like placebo control those study yet. So this is still very preliminary. So we don't know yet. It's yet to see if those antiviral medication is working. But the antiviral medication is not killing the virus. It's just prevent the replication of the virus. That's all. You still have to carry up. The patient still carry the virus for the rest of their life, and it just block the replication of the virus. So and this yet to be seen if this is effective. And right now we don't have good clinical trials to saying that this is working or not. So will yet to be seen. So I would love to hear from you. What do you think about this coronavirus, and how does it affect the global economy? And do you think this is a potentially black swan event? And this is just sideways thing. This is pretty interesting. I think this is a lineages from the coronavirus. And this is different strand. And then you have a common cold in the 60s. Of course, you have SARS in 2003. That's caused epidemics in 2003 in Asia, basically. Severe acute respiratory syndrome. And then you have 2004. This is not that severe. And then you have 2005. And then you have a MERS. This is pretty severe because the mortality rate is go up to 30-some%. And this is a Middle Eastern respiratory syndrome, camel flu. And you have, of course, 2019, you have Wuhan coronavirus. That is, right now, we are still in the middle of it. And I don't want to scare people. This is just the beginning. And there will be more and more to come. The outbreak is just started. The party, I don't want to say that, but this is just started. I don't want to scare you. So the thing you can do is to protect yourself. Of course, you have to make sure your immune system is strong, and and sleep well, and of course, you can do vitamin C, vitamin D, and stay away from sick people. Wear masks if the people around you are sick. And depending on which country you are at right now, in Asia, you probably need to wear a mask when you go outside. If you are in North America, I don't think you need to wear a mask at this time, unless you are sick. You don't want to spread to other people, or or you go to crowded area, you want to wear a mask. If you want to go to crowded area, and of course, if you are immunocompromised, you want to wear a mask. You want to protect yourself as well. I'm not a medical professional or doctors or anyway, but this is just based on my general understanding of all these things going on right now. So if you have any concern, you should ask your doctor or healthcare provider about this. Okay, so if you're in Wuhan, you need a full gear to go outside. You need to wear a swim. I see people wearing swimming goggles, and then you have to wear N95 and shoe cover, and also gloves. And don't touch anything. Don't touch the elevator button and all that, because those things can, when people cough, and then those droplets on the surface, they can survive probably 24 hours. Some saying that up to 5 days. So don't touch anything unless it's necessary. If you touch something, just wash your hands frequently. That is very important. And of course, you can make sure you optimize your immune system. Yeah, that's the very important thing. Get enough sleep. Sleep is very important. Vitamin D, vitamin C. Yeah, so this is all I can say right now. And even an antiviral medication doesn't really kill the virus. Okay, those are just inhibit inhibit the replication of the virus only. So just stay safe out there. Let me know what you think and how you protect yourself. Please comment below, how do you protect yourself. I think one of the viewers are saying that they're doing juicing. That's a very good idea. Juicing is a good thing. I like juicing too. I think I need to do more. So yeah, just maybe you should need to add some like raw onions on your diet, or raw garlic on your diet. Just sprinkle on your soup, stuff, something like that. Just make it more palatable. You can tolerate. I mean, that is the best thing I can say right now, because there's no drugs or anything. I mean, don't rely on drugs too much too, right? It's not good for your body. So every drug has its side effect. So can you comment below? I would love to hear from you. What do you think about this coronavirus, and what do you think about the price of Bitcoin? Do you think that will pump the price before the next halving, or what do you think? And please comment below. I would love to hear from you. And this is very interesting. And thank you for the viewers from Crypto Eric. Thank you for her sharing the channel. I do appreciate that, because her channel is pretty good too. I like her channel as well. So if you find this video helpful, smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, also share with your friends. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out the upcoming airdrop token swap. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, library.tv as well. Please comment below. That will help my ranking in YouTube, and I read every single comment actually. So remember, crypto deep divers, we the people take control of our money. Stay wise, stay safe, peace. I'm not a financial advisor. Investing in cryptocurrency, commodity, or stock market can have inherent risk. Please use the due diligence. I'm also not a healthcare providers or medical professionals. I cannot give you medical advice, and please consult with your doctor regarding this outbreak.